Hello, everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. My name's Jimmy Smith, and welcome to the Wine with Jimmy channel. This is a wine educational channel designed to help you with all your wine educational needs, specifically designed for those of you getting into your wine studies and to help you to understand it even better, to get you through those arduous and challenging exams. Now we're looking here at a series, a wonderful mini-series on the wines of Beaujolais. Part 1 has been done on history, part 2 here on the growing environment and grape growing. These parts 1 and 2, are available as free content here on the world of YouTube, but parts 3 through to 7 are only available on my e-learning portal. That's available at www.winewithjimmy.com. Please visit, take a look, and subscribe. You will not be disappointed. Now, this is on the world of YouTube, so there are ads, but on the portal, it's ad-free. What a great reason to go and sign up. If you do have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can get in touch with us here at Wine with Jimmy by commenting on the video below. And down there, there's a couple of buttons. Click subscribe for weekly updates and click like, because every little helps. If you are a social media kind of fiend, then look at the handles at the bottom of every slide. You can get in touch via that method. So let's rock and roll with the world of Beaujolais, looking at the growing environment and grape growing. Just a little quick recap on where we are. Remember, Beaujolais is situated to the south of Burgundy. It's actually administratively in Burgundy, below the Mâconnais, and it's in an area called Beaujolais, just north of Lyon. It's a beautiful city to go and visit with lots of wonderful bouchons. You must go to Lyon. So yes, we are here in sort of eastern central France. So let's talk about climatic conditions. So Beaujolais is said to have a continental climate. You would class it as moderate, potentially in some vintages warm, and it's slightly warmer than the rest of Burgundy to the north, which of course has higher latitudes. There are some Mediterranean influences from the south, but they are very much restrained. And there's normally adequate rainfall here, somewhere around 740 millimeters per year. So it has a bit of rainfall in this area. Now, another important area here, or key geographical feature, is the Saône River. So the Saône River acts as a moderator of extreme temperatures. The Saône River is sourced in the Vosges mountain range in Lorraine and runs for about 300 miles. That's about 480 kilometers. And it flows to the city of Lyon, where it meets the Rhone, and it empties into the Rhone. As in Alsace, the vineyards are strategically located here between the mountain range that serves to block the clouds and rain and temperature moderating effect of the river just to the eastern side. The region also is naturally divided by a river running from the west to the east, which is called the Nizerand River, which runs into the Saône. And this was said to be the dividing line between southern Beaujolais and northern Beaujolais, the Nizerand River. So what else have we got here to talk about? Well, some of you may have experienced the Mistral Wind. It is a mighty force of nature. The region is subject to the Mistral wind, which is a wind which is pulled down by the mass of the Mediterranean. You get the cold Gulf Stream, the warm Gulf Stream air that comes across from the west. And then this is pulled towards the Paris Basin, sort of towards the north and northeast of France. But some of this is then pulled down towards the Mediterranean, where it gains momentum as it heads south. They can offer problems. So they can affect flowering, and that's with cold, damp, early summer weather. And they can also damage leaves and grapes towards the end of the ripening period, when Gamay's naturally thin skins are at their most vulnerable. The picture here, you can actually see a vine which has been kind of permanently affected by the Mistral Wind. This is not a Gamay vine. This is actually, I believe, a Grenache vine situated in Rasteau in the Rhone, but it shows you the effect that it can have quite significantly on the vine. So really, grape growers will have to think about vine orientation and training low to the ground to reduce the effects that you can have from the Mistral Wind. But also the Mistral offers some positives in terms of chasing away the humidity that comes from the 740 millimeters of rain per year. So that causes a reduction in mildews and rots, for example. It chases away disease pressure. It can also desiccate grapes. It can concentrate grapes as well, which may be desired, but may not at the same time. A little bit here on the geology. And as I mentioned earlier, there is a little river that separates northern Beaujolais from southern Beaujolais. And that's the Nizarande that runs into the Saône River. And that's really where we'll separate the Beaujolais north to the south. And we can do that in terms of geography and geology. So here in northern Beaujolais, and this is a picture of Fleury. In here, you've got fast draining granitic soils and schist with a little bit of sand in the north. The granite is created around 300 million years ago, being pushed to the surface around 33 million years ago, along with the whole of the Massif Central, the central mountain range of France. And that incorporates the mountains here called the Mont de Beaujolais, the mountains of Beaujolais. So this process of uplift was wrought with heat and pressure, which metamorphosed lava and ash into shattered rock called schist. So you have the big granitic rocks which form the mountains, and then you have metamorphic schistous rock here as well. So you have granitic and schist in the same area in the north. You've also got things like weathered feldspars, mica, things like quartz and other minerals too here, which are like coarse granitic sands and also decomposed granitic rocks found in this area, not too far dissimilar from what you find in Côte Rôtie, for example. Another picture in Fleury with La Madone, the church to the top, which is quite famous in Fleury. So this area is quite hilly. So the northern part, certainly where I find our vineyards, are around 200 to 500 meters. And the best vineyards are situated on steep granitic outcroppings of the Mont de Beaujolais. That's in the northwestern part of the region, where we find most of our cru villages. The southwest aspect of these slopes maximizes sunlight exposure and actually hastens the ripening. It speeds it up. This means that the Beaujolais crus are actually usually harvested before the vineyards of southern Beaujolais, which is quite an interesting, often if you think about quality-wise, a counterintuitive point, but it is true. The geology in the south, so going south of the crus, south of the Nizarande River into the more abundant southern section, this is more clay and limestone. So more kind of marly soils in this area, quite similar to what you find in the Mâconnais, in just north of Beaujolais. This is a broken yellow limestone, often known as pierre dorée or golden stones. And it's found amidst kind of alluvial deposits, more richer deposits from the Saône plain. Now, this is where we find more volume, Beaujolais and Beaujolais Nouveau production in this area. And these are all sedimentary soils, so they may often make brighter, lighter wines. The topography of the southern Beaujolais, it really is to the south and the east of the granitic peaks. So really we're talking about rolling plains and gentle slopes going down to the Saône River, as you can see in this picture. Okay, so that brings me to an end of part 2 of 7. I do hope that you've enjoyed this. Please join me for part 3 on the grape varieties, and then all other parts 4 to 7. These are only going to be available on my e-learning portal. That's available at www.winewithjimmy.com, where you will find hundreds and hundreds of exclusive video content to help you with your wine studies. Once again, if you have any of those burning questions, comments, or theories, please do get in touch. You can comment on this video on YouTube. Please make sure you click like, because it helps, and subscribe to get weekly updates. Social media is at the bottom of every slide too, if you are that way inclined. And if you do find yourself in London in the United Kingdom, then come and see me at one of my establishments. It'll be a pleasure and an honor. Come and see me, please, for a class, a glass, or a bottle. I've been Jimmy Smith. Cheers for now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.